Hello, Mandarin Adventures. It's Leo again, bringing you another key to unlock the Mandarin language. Today, we're going to explore an essential but often tricky part of Mandarin grammar, the measure word. Yes, you heard it right. Let's figure out what these are and how to use them. Measure words, known as 量词 in Mandarin, are used before nouns to specify a quantity. They are somewhat similar to a piece of or a cup of in English, but are used more extensively in Mandarin. There are general measure words like 个, which can be used with a wide range of nouns. For example, 一个人 means one person, but there are also specific measure words for different type of nouns. For example, 一本书. In this case, 本 is a specific measure word for books. You can't say 一本人 is terribly wrong. You can't say 一个书 either. It's terribly wrong. Using measure words in sentence is straightforward. Just remember the structure. Number, measure word, noun. For example, 三杯水 means 3 cups of water. Easy, right? Number, measure word, noun. Now let's explore more commonly used measure word. We just talked about 个 is a general measure word, which means if you don't know which measure word to use, you can always try 个. Others like 条 is a measure word for thin and long object. For example, 一条蛇 a snake. 蛇 is long. Or 一条胳膊 an arm. The next one is 张. 张 is a measure word for something that is flat. For example, you can say 一张纸 a piece of paper. Or 一张桌子 a table. Next one is 只. This one's very common. 只 is a measure word for animals, for small animals, like 一只狗 a dog. Let's practice. I will show you a noun and you will tell me the correct measure word. How about this one, a leaf? Have we learned this measure word before? Yes, we did in the previous lessons. How do you call it? A leaf in Mandarin. Very good. It's 一片叶子. 片 is a measure word specifically for leaves. I don't know if you remember, we talked about this before. Let's try another one. What about this one? How do you say a cat? Very good. 一只猫. Earlier we talked about 只 is a measure word for small animals, like 一只狗. So you can use 只 as a measure word for cats. Very good. How about this one? How do you call this object? Maybe you can only see half of it. A tree. How do you say a tree in Mandarin? I don't know if you heard of this measure word before. It's 一棵树. 棵, as you can see the character, it has mu radical on the left part. It's a measure word specifically for trees, for plants. There are hundreds of measure words in Mandarin, but you just need to remember the structure. Number, measure word, the object, and you need to memorize maybe a dozen of the commonly used measure words. Then you're good to go. For today's exercise, pick 10 nouns from our previous lessons and write them down with their corresponding measure word and quantities. This will reinforce what we've learned and improve your fluency. Keep practicing, and in our next lesson, we will talk about how to describe locations and directions. Until then, 再见.